Hello and welcome back. Alright. Let us see what dungeon we are making out alive. By the 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us. Given what we were like to find, his anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as would the supplication of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, his incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. I disagree. But we'll see. If we have one cause for optimism, it is that while many crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual. Meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. By that, as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of ether, the stronger he will grow. Well, perhaps enough talking and let's get to action. And should Titan be permitted to leave Bogomoro, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. So, you know what must be done. Will you face the Lord of Greg once more? Thank you, my friend. Alasali and I will tend to Gabu. When you have finished with the Primal, look for us in Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you. Oh, and here I thought you were going to join us, traitor. Alright. Well, guess I have no choice. Now we sit and wait. Perhaps we could go and kill somebody in the meantime. You! Yeah, sometimes a late night doesn't work for party matching. Oh. I spoke too soon. Come on, we can do this. Aww. Ouch. What are you doing on here? Where is this gonna lead us to? Why not? Oh, yay! That was quick. Oh, they're outside. Okay. Give it a quick walk. Oh, took the wrong turn. Okay, finally out. Ah, there she is. Did I not tell you she would return safe and sound? The deed is done, then. Titan is no more. Good. There has been enough tragedy this day. That is... He has been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempts to respond. He is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case, he must be put to death. Like any other thrall, such is the Alliance policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Yoseli's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. There is naught to be gained from dwelling on an eventually over which we have no control, much less one which may never even come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Comrade Boyden of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Okay. If you say so. Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst. But they said you had banners well in hand. All settled then? Is it? I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men will be believe you me. Well, that sounds like a you problem, not mine. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong. Like, we were all prepared to do our part, But we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, I didn't come to that. Which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you lot have places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the trumpet return of Titan Spain.
Who goes there? Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences, yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness. I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
Oh, I've traveled far and wide with two companions, Estinian and Yesli, who were very under some rather unique circumstances. I had the pleasure to fight alongside Sir Admeric when Alfinod and I came at last to the Dravanian hinterlands. Let's go with the first one.
Gods! They must have been at each other's throats from dawn till dusk. I dare say you managed to keep the peace, though. Merely being in the presence of the Warrior of Light is surely enough to shame anyone into behaving. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts. And thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too-delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw her out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Nymphilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
What? Ho? So, I trust you had a good night's rest? I was, but this moment speaking with Thancred and Yostola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Ishgardian seals. 'Twould seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Admeric believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found. But we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they too are flushed with Ishgardian crystals And with that in mind, I suggest we pay your Ranger another... Wait. Where is Alizali? She was here a moment ago with Gabu. Oh. I'm not a searching service. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it is any consolation, I have already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Boyd, and something tells me you are not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there. I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance until he comes back to us, until he knows for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystal, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, and nor will Maelstrom Command. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should never have been made to... And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there is nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much, your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst. And fill up again with your love for them. And never, ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Alice Sally, thank you. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A thousand times over, there will be a reckoning. Alright. I am so sorry, but I'm gonna cut tonight's stream a bit short as I need to get some rest. But we will be back shortly in a couple hours. So stay tuned for more content. Until then, have a good night, everybody.